Mhm.
And we were at a round table with a couple different CROs, and one of them turned to my co-founder and he said, "So you guys started 3 months ago
Mhm.
and you're at 250K in ARR, you have
Mhm.
multiple customers, and you had never sold before that. Like, how'd you guys learn how to sell so quickly?" Right.
Mhm.
And I think my co-founder and I were like, interesting. Like, that's a backhanded compliment almost. But,
Yeah.
we were amused, and, they were like, it takes my reps 3 months to just, make their first sale. You guys have multiple customers in 3 months. How's that
Mhm.
possible? And we're
Mhm.
like, well, we practice on this tool that we built, but it's not a big deal. It's just this AI thing. And they're like, no, no, no. Like, what do you mean? Like, I want to see that. So we booked a couple coffee chats with these folks throughout the week, showed them that, like, just a demo of that product. And Neil, you would not believe it. They were genuinely mind blown.
Mm.
They're like, Otto and I were builders. Like I said, we've been building shit for 15 years.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what you're
Like,
doing.
yeah, and the fact that, like, our entire career, no one has been mind blown by something like that. And, every call that we'd set up with the CRO after that and showed them that same
Mm.
reaction over and over again.
Mm.
And everyone's main sticking point was, why aren't you selling, right?
Mm.
Stop all this email stuff. Sell this. This
Mm.
I will buy tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? And that's how the journey started. So we actually decided to make a hard pivot and fully switched to this new product.
Mm.
And we spent like 3 weeks building it, launched it in January of 2024,
Mm.
and it just went viral, right? Like every channel you can possibly think of, like LinkedIn, TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm happy to tell you a little bit more about that piece, but it's crazy how, again, it was one of those situations where this was just a personal project, didn't realize it was such a big deal, and it had to be brought to light, and it just took off when it did.
I love it. And it's like, that is a freaking cool story. And I really do love that because it was giving me flashbacks to that Chrome extension. You're having a bit of a problem, so you built something yourself. You show it to a couple of people, but they're like, well, actually, the difference in this story is, well, why don't you go on to this part of the product? And then, it then goes viral. You then launch and then it goes out. I think the only thing I'd like to know from a personal perspective,